So, with episode 6 of Dune Prophecy airing, that means we have the full first season out, and now it's time to share my thoughts and opinions on the whole show as a whole, on the whole season. And I've got to say, I'm very mixed. I was at first really enjoying it, but as we progressed, I noticed that there was no real mystery plot when they were trying really hard to make one. And I noticed that the mysteries kept getting ruined by building up a small episodic mystery, but this is a season show, and usually it needs to be grander scale than just episodic things. And then the follow-up to it is the use of flashbacks. I think only one episode really used flashbacks well, and it was the last one. All the rest of them felt like they were just hammered in to move the plot forward, which leads me to what I think would be the greatest fix for this show, and that is kind of just tell the story in chronological order. If we were to move the flashbacks around so that they form the first 3 episodes, because I think there is 3 episodes worth of flashbacks, we can make a pretty good build-up to a mystery at the end. Much like House of the Dragon is in Season 1, we have younger versions of the characters setting up the world that we are in, so that way once we get to the actual meat and bones of the story, we already got the world-building part. And that's what this show struggles with. Its use of constant back and forth between flashbacks and the current events. So I think if we told this story in chronological order and build the world through the flashbacks and let these younger versions of the characters build and let us actually, understand them better and their motivations. Because the issue with just hiding these flashbacks throughout all of this is that you don't get the proper motivation of the character, and it is what killed the Book of Boba Fett. Its use of random flashbacks that don't really link narratively at all. Now, there is one flashback that is technically considered a flashback, as it is a grand reveal of something, but I think you can keep that as the only one that stays at the end and is still part of Episode 6. Now, Episode 6, I think, is a great season finale, but every other episode felt like it was off a bit. Episode 3 would have been a better Episode 1. Episode 1, more of an Episode 2. And even then, Episode 1 and 2 could have been mixed together a bit to make parts of it in Episode 2 and parts of it in Episode 3. And Episode 4 and 5 can stay as 4 and 5, but then again, re-edit for the flashbacks to move to the front. What am I trying to say? A chronologically told story would be easier to follow and build a better mystery. As I'm watching the show, I'm looking at each episode and I'm like, oh, these flashbacks are building a mystery, but it's no mystery anymore because the answer literally got revealed the previous episode. And that is the big problem. We get the resolution to the mystery before the mystery is actually created. Like, oh, what is going on here? How did this happen? Oh, we already know because it happened literally 2 scenes earlier. We got the reveal before the actual beginning of the mystery. And that just irks me because I'm a fan of a good mystery. And this isn't like, oh, maybe if you aren't paying it, you got to pay super close attention so you can understand what's going on. No, it's one that they blatantly just straight up tell you. And that is where I just have a tough time with this show. I love the visuals. I love everything about it. It's pretty well acted. But there's no mystery. There's no overarching mystery for the whole season. And my second greatest issue with this, and I know I'm going to try to finish up rather quickly because I'm stalling, I'm taking too long on this, is the characters. They do not get enough time to become their own characters. Many of them are missing for like a full episode at a time. There are 6 episodes in the season, and there are so many characters that we need to know because they are major players in this final episode. But we didn't see them in like 2 or 3 episodes, which would be fine if we told this in chronological order, so that way we could spend more time with them in the later half of the season, but we don't. And so we're creating this issue where we're trying to flip between past and present, but all of these big twists would hit harder had we known the past first. And that's just like the big issue with the show. Tell it in chronological order. That is the grand moral of this story right now that I spent 5 minutes and 40 seconds telling you. But that's pretty much all I have to say about Dune Prophecy. It is a good show with the potential to be a great show that is held back by either the source material and the showrunners not wanting to change how it is told, or the showrunners changing the source material in how it's told. No clue which one it is. I'll find out eventually. Maybe by the time season 2 comes out, I will have been able to read that book. But that is all. I hope you stick around the channel because I do a lot of other movies and show reviews. So stick around, leave a like, subscribe if you enjoyed. And other than that, I'll leave you guys to it.